October 18th, 10 a.m. Also, we're actually going to court now. Oh, snap. The pressure's on.
Edgeworth is back!
I haven't heard your Judge or your Edgeworth voice in so long.
Yeah.
Give me some ASMR.
Alright.
Court is now in session.
Should we talk like that throughout the whole thing? I want to pitter-patter all over your tits. Just so you know, people, I am not being genuinely perverted. That is a genuine outtake from the Phoenix Wright anime. Please don't crucify me. Look it up.
Technically, that is a reference canon to the Ace Attorney cinematic universe. You cannot get on our case for that. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
So that'd be good.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime.
Impossible's a big word there, dude.
The evidence— Shut up, Phoenix. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. Trust me, it says right here in red crayon, I told you so.
Trust me, bro. That is my defense.
My source is I made it the fuck up.
It's true, according to the rumors that I started.
It's true, according to the crime that I didn't commit. I still cannot see.
I had my mic pulled away before he said that, and I was gonna say, "No, you can't. Your eyes are closed."
Who said that?
Who said that? I literally can't see who said that.
I'm awake now. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Gotta get my voice ready for this guy. I love doing the Gumshoe voice so much.
Yes.
Gotta wet my whistle a little bit first.
Detective, if you could please do that outside of the courtroom. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Oh, get your mind out of the gutter, Marco. I was talking about masturbating. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here.
Your Honor, is there a reason we can only see the witness from the waist up?
Because we never see his legs. Maybe he doesn't have any. Maybe he's just like a floating torso. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? He actually said see. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady, who I totally have a crush on for some reason, that works at the studios, was here at 1 p.m. on that day.
What did you say?
I said you were here at 1 p.m. on that day. And nothing else. Excuse me while I wet my whistle. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, oh, so that's what the V is, that makes sense, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. This is a lot to remember, holy shit. I understand that you're like doing like an exposition of everything that happened
This is gonna
the
be
last
a lot
day.
to cross-examine.
Yeah, The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, then why are you saying it? The rehearsal was cancelled. Why? The time of death was 2:30. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the Moida weapon. That's the case, in brief. That was anything but brief. Anyone like to hear that again? No! Should I listen to that whole thing again? Yes, absolutely. No.
Just replay the whole thing at 2x speed.
Yeah. I think I can probably remember that. I'm glad you can, because I can't. Can you remember it for me, Phoenix?
I hope he can. So the murder weapon was a spear?
Okay, well, like, what would you call aim assist in a point-and-click adventure?
Auto skip. How medieval.
Same recipe added to the core record. It is now in my pocket. Hey, Edgeworth, think fast. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Alright.
Hey, Edgeworth, think fast. Your Honor. This case is quite simple if you ask one question. Why are we here? And that question is...
Is lasagna just spaghetti cake?
Why is it called an oven?
No!
What did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. That's not a proper answer to the question. Let's call the security officer to the stand.
She saw understood. Looks thrilled to be here.
Will the witness declare her name?
Is her name actually Old Bag? Parents must have hit what? You are not friggin' what's your name? April May.
I will pay you $10 to make that the thumbnail.
I was gonna say I will pay you $10 if you never make that face again.
Listen, you're not guilty, just get the fuck out of my sight.
Before I demolish you.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow?
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Is she hitting on Edgeworth?
I'm
You good?
I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Why'd you have to make it so breathy? Do it again. It's making me uncomfortable for all the right reasons.
Your name, please?
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please!
Edgeworth is not having none of the shit. For once, I'm actually on Edgeworth's side.
Objection!
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie.
So it is Old Bag.
Oh, for Christ's sake, really?
Hey,
It all started in a log cabin when I was 2 years old.
According to all known laws of aviation.
Oh, good one.
I object to the witness's talkativeness.
You're not the only one.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
As long as she doesn't actually reveal, like, any really crucial information or evidence while she's doing the rambling, then she can go ahead and do it.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Yeah, the good part is when you shut up.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yesy, I was.
Who the fuck says he yesy?
Her.
Yesy, we have to cook.
Yesy, we have to cook.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
Alright, let's pay close attention here. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Let's do this.
Oh boy.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had to run some errands. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
Wouldn't you know?
It did, right? Yes, okay.
Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m.
So, when was this photo dated? Okay, that checks out.
Yes,
I think.
okay.
Yeah. Yes. Alright.
It was Powers! That man right there was heading toward the studio.
You saw the defendant, then. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't know what I'm gonna use against it. I'm gonna start pressing everything she says. Did you actually? So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio?
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gates, no.
Well, then your studio has shit security. If it's just you and you run errands.
But the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in.
Okay, which I do have that. Concentrating Studio 1, okay.
You mean like this one?
You mean like this? And this was in Will Power's dressing room, right? If I remember correctly?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not looking good for Will.
It's not. I mean, I still don't believe he did it. You know.
Neither do I. This whole thing is about making him innocent.
Right. The card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Okay.
Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station?
And this is just
Are you
more
going to answer my question, or...
Get poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since that morning. But again, press her on everything. Might as well, right?
Might as well.
A run-through?
They were working up a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon, and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5.
So this is like a rehearsal of the rehearsal.
Yes, I guess.
That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing, which is what he told me.
Yes.
Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? Can you answer any of my questions?
The thing is, in like the images of the flashbacks of them doing the run-throughs, Oldbag is there, so
He is.
I don't know if that is going to come into play at all, because, you know, it's a flashback. Phoenix doesn't know about it. So I don't know. Okay, so she had some errands to run. Hold it! Have you finished those errands? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
This
No, I don't.
and
Could you please
that.
tell me?
That's why I asked. Do you know how questions work? Answer the question. Based Phoenix. Yeah, there she is. So it actually does kind of come into play.
Actually, I was watching Port Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not so sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway.
Oh gosh.
I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always.
Yeah, and she has like a major boner for Hammer.
Never missed one in all of my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
I was joking, but okay.
Anyway.
There was one when I got to the guard station, so again, until I actually get something I can work with. Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
Alright, so that gave us nothing. Cool. Main gate from then until 5.
You did mention 5 in one of the previous presses.
So you were there, you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course. I'm a professional, you know.
Professional
have
what?
standards. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper?
No, it's just, after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday...
How'd you watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time? Snipper Wapper?
Oh, she's cracking.
Snipper Wapper?
Don't say that word too many times, I'm gonna get demonetized.
Oh, the windbag is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection?
Oh, the witness was on duty through the afternoon. The whole time. Very well. What did you see?
What are you seeing right now, Judge? Some shit from the looks of things.
I see everything.
Murder happened at 2:30, right? It did, but I'm still gonna give you shit about it. How did you know that? That is true. Although this is like the talk of the town right now. I'm sure she probably heard about it somewhere. She probably has an alibi for that.
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me.
That dick.
I fed him some donuts. He talked and talked. There was an end in that. If you ask me, the detective isn't cut out for his job.
Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting ratted out by a security guard. Alright, certain men walk right by the gate at 2. Just gonna keep on doing it. I gotta do it. 2. You're sure?
Sure as spit.
That's disgusting.
Well, it was the man.
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something.
Perfect timing after you had that little coughing fit.
Now, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
It was this guy. Okay, so I am going to press this, but after this, I'm also going to present the photo, and hopefully Phoenix will say something like, well, his face was covered up, how can he be so sure it was him? Maybe it was someone wearing his costume to frame him, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe, yeah. This is also the last one of the thing.
It is. So, And that's really the only thing that I can think of to use against her. So I'm going to do this first, and then we'll see where it goes.
I think at the moment that is all we have.
Mm-hmm. So, you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ear, Sonny. Nick, this is your chance.
Now's your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
The spear.
Literally the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
And how can you be so sure? Because I don't know who that guy is. And the music stopped. Let's go. Let me get this gay old bag. I mean, by Pan. Let me.
Happy Pride Month, Mr. Wright.
Hell yeah! Happy Pride, everybody. Hopefully,
Pride, audience.
hopefully this episode will be uploaded before the end of June.
That is a good point.
So, and if not, then happy belated Pride. And
Yeah.
and you know, if you're watching this and you're part of the LGBT community and it's past Pride Month, you are still valid, and we love you.
Yeah, you, no matter who you are, what your orientation is, you are valid. Valid? Valid.
You're valid. I mean, you're
You are
probably that
valiant.
too. Who knows? Yeah.
You are valiant, but you are valid, no matter what day of the year it is.
Damn straight. Damn gay. Damn it! I'm doing it again. Okay. After that lovely little sidebar. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Mr. Squidward. Let me see that photo. Your Honor, look at this photograph.
But why is Oldbag not, like, flipping her lid right now? How did you get that?
What is this exactly?
It's a photograph. You dumb shit. None other than the Steel Samurai, Defender of Neo Tokyo. I don't know why I turned into Sylvester Stallone for a second there. Ms. Oldbag.
Dude, I would pay top dollar to see a movie where Sylvester Stallone is a defense attorney.
Is this the Mr. Powers that you... I can't do it. Now that I'm actually trying, I can't do Sylvester Stallone to save my life.
That you saw.
There you go.
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny?
So you're not questioning how I got this photograph? That's... You wanted me to find it. I'm playing into your hand. Oh dear. I just activated her trap card.
Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No.
He's wearing a fucking mask! Anyway.
Who said that?
No, they can't.
Even Edgeworth is just like, that's some bullshit, lady. Back to calm cool.
The defense and the prosecution are on the same side here.
What is happening? What timeline are we in?
What is this case? Well, I mean, I wonder.
True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Dude, why did she turn into Gary Busey for a second there? What the fuck was that? That was terrifying. That was even more terrifying than when she goes wide-eyed. It's bleh, don't like it. Yeah, that.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
Clearly, look at you.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man.
He's the fucking judge.
Of course I have proof.
Show it.
Yeah. Show it to me. What?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness.
So is the fact that her name isn't actually Old Bag going to come into play somehow to solve the case? Just so weird.
Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
Yeah, like I didn't.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
Jesus, really, I have to do this. I have to do this twice within like 2 minutes.
It
You're on a fucking witness stand. Anyway.
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. The valid courtroom heckler.
Sunday nights on CBS.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, "This isn't any good evidence, pal." But this isn't any good evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
I can't wait to see this.
Oh.
I'm starting with the man in the photo.
Oh, I never say anything I don't mean, mind you.
Hold it! I can't wait to see what Phoenix says when we push that part.
Please, I need that now.
That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall.
Okay.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty badly.
That's probably why it was in his dressing room.
Ah, so she's actually helping his alibi at this point.
Now, look at that picture.
Whoa.
You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day.
That is true.
That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
I'm never happy.
Ooh. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Phrasing on that one. Yikes. Don't like that.
Rephrase that one, Mr. Yeah, I'm glad that was an inner monologue.
Yeah, right.
Said out loud.
Hey, Old Bag. He got a purr to mouth. Alright, let's press this bitch. Like,
Hold it!
Understandable, have a good day. Hey, I haven't said anything yet.
Whippersnapper, I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The
Oh my
today.
god.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
No, but it's so much fun. I think Edgeworth has met his match. I think so too.
Wow.
That morning during the run-through, stuff happened that I want to know about. Who was present at the run-through? Didn't you already ask this?
Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's the Steel Samurai.
Wait, Powers is the Steel Samurai?
Wait,
Wait, Jackhammer's
He is
dead?
Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
what about Penny?
Exactly. What about Penny? What are frogs?
What? And what exactly were you doing?
She likes to watch.
Observing. Just observing.
Mm-hmm. Observing. She saw that Powers sprained his ankle, and she's like, I can make that work for my plan later. I gotta make sure that I walk with a limp when I put on the steel samurai suit. Bam, I got you, bitch. Probably not, but that's what I'm going with. What about the assistant? What about your son?
Don't you mention her name. Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then. But at the same time, she said that she sensed someone. Where's that going? Are we able to call her to the stand at some point?
Hopefully.
You saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall?
Yes! And to think he's supposed to be the steel samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
How? You helped make it better?
Yes, I kissed the boo-boo. Oh, but for fuck's sake! I was joking!
You can't spell Nostradamus without DT.
If you really can't.
I kissed it where it hurts.
I just wanted an excuse to get my mouth close to his feet.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Please. Where was the assistant then?
Just love that everyone is against old Beck.
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think.
You think?
She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
Alright, broke one of the props. Which prop, though? He broke a prop?
He sure did. His own samurai spear.
You mean this one?
Uh-huh. Like, really? Like, no. No, he didn't. His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
So, can we examine the samurai spear and see if it has duct tape around it, or...
It doesn't look like it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Oh, okay, so this actually happened, presumably. Alright. Okay. Noted, quite literally. Sprained his ankle pretty bad. Okay. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Okay, so the whole dressing room thing, alright. Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot. Okay.
Dragging his foot. Got it. I think we've heard enough.
This portal leads to a special place where you can sprain your ankle.
Haven't we, Your Honor?
Have we?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me. One thing I don't know why. It doesn't really matter how hard you try.
I was gonna say, why does Old Bag have a thing for feet?
Which is, why does Old Bag... Where is the steel samurai costume now?
That is actually a good question.
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though.
Someone disposed of the evidence.
Anyway, that's not important. It is.
It's very important. We gotta look in the dumpster behind the studio and find it right next to a mug with racist propaganda on it.
Signed Old Bag.
Disco Elysium reference. Okay, continue. Moving on.
The witness did see the steel samurai, yes.
Got that smug face, I love it.
And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right.
No, it's not. I am. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I am going to have a big set of cojones. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. He is pointing at me rather aggressively. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Fucking love that.
Activated. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. I submit.
Well, we had to ask you for your name 3 times, so, you know.
Yeah. Oh, new testimony.
Yeah.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True?
Truth. On God. For real, for real.
He's just like me. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
Damn, that's all we get. Okay.
Wow, okay. So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
How? Again, push on everything, because I got, as far as I know, I've got nothing for this.
Hold on, let me just... Devil's 230, yes. Guide map, dressing room, we have to go through the dressing room to the main gate, so yeah. Pretty much everything checks out. So now he's dragging one leg, because that is important.
So, I really don't have a choice. I need to press everything. I just gotta. I get to press the issue. How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain?
Did you just say that you have your ways?
I gave donuts to the young detective.
Yeah, precisely.
And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. I don't know why that's relevant, but that's... sure. I mean,
A donut killed Mr. Jack Hammer.
Dude, who doesn't love a good donut? Okay, favorite donut, go.
Anything filled.
Same here, Boston cream for me. Either Boston cream or jelly.
Yes.
Good shit. I love a good cream pie all over my face.
Wait, something's not checking out here.
Are you absolutely sure you love cream pies all over your face?
Oh, quite.
I'm sorry I've put you in this position, Marco. It's a good practice for when you're in the business.
For cream pie, I'm kidding.
Quite, Sonny. Nobody's sus looking passed by at all.
Nobody's sus looking. Right. No one else went there. Well, I'm gonna go there. What about before you got to the guard station?
What about your son?
You mean before 1?
Yeah, because we gotta remember... Ooh, maybe I could actually use that as evidence, because the photo on the back says number 2. I could ask her what happened to photo number 1.
Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in.
So you keep saying. Is that going to come back into play at some point?
Not to mention...
Okay.
That I would have seen them. Are you sure? That's all he has to say is, are you sure?
Are you sure about that? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Never
boy?
fucking say edgy boy ever again. There's only so many times that I can throw up in my mouth before it becomes a problem.
Before it becomes an external problem.
Oh, shit. Edgy boy? We didn't like that.
Oh, the windbag sure has balls. Well, you know what I mean.
I mean, if she does, she does. Have happy pride, man. Just saying.
Happy Pride.
Yeah. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Also, I love Maya's face right now. She looks so done.
That could be the thumb. Actually, no, that's a pretty good thumbnail to summarize this court case.
Yeah, right. And possibly a little bit high. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. Forgetting should be in quotes.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Okay. So, It does say number 2 on the thing, yeah. And I can check it, which, you know, it's just a close-up of that. But it says a number 2 on the back, so can I use that somewhere in this? Like, that one, maybe. Because she said the only person, but again, number 2. No one else went there. That's like saying the same thing, just with slightly fewer words, so I don't know which one to choose.
Yeah.
If I'm going in this direction. I could do it with any one of those, actually. So I gotta choose wisely. Okay, no one else went there. I'm gonna try it with this one. Please be nice to me. The music stopped.
Oh?
Hold on! I gotta get a sippy. Ah! Look at this
Phoenix
photograph.
Would absolutely be the person to audibly go, ah, to express refreshment.
Express refreshment. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, you don't know your ass from your elbow. It's also true.
Huh?
It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
Not if you're my boss. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that... Yeah, here we fucking go.
Here we go.
Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo shit.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Way to omit my fucking point. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Photo number 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Rabble indeed.
Order!
I'll have 2 number 9s.
Number 9... Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Is it not self-explanatory? Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence...
Phoenix's smug face.
Me too. Which one's better, his or Edgeworth's, though?
His.
Well, the thing is, Phoenix has one smug face, Edgeworth has like 14, so...
That's true.
Yeah.
but like, Phoenix's smug face is like all-purpose.
True. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo?
How many times do I have to slap this paper, Wendy, to get the point across?
Only someone with access. The security lady herself.
Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
Yeah, but the computer saw more than Will.
But the chart says... But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
Yeah, I'll bet you can.
I don't understand these newfangled computer things.
Well, then you're not qualified for the fucking job, lady. You're just digging yourself a hole.
Hey, boy, help.
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
So some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
She says it like it's a slur now. I'm not sure if I like that.
Yeah,
What?
why does she erase the courtroom?
Why are we in the Shadow Realm now?
What,
Whippersnapper?
Is that like a code word? Is she hypnotizing Edgeworth?
Something the matter, Miss Old Bag?
Ah, that's right.
Oh no.
I just remembered something.
Uh-huh.
Let me guess.
We have no pants on.
That's why the audience can only see us from the waist up. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Convenient of you to remember this now.
I'd see. Your testimony.
So who was it? Fess up now.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them.
Okay.
I throw out any photos that aren't sus looking, you see.
Oh, really?
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Who was it, though?
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Where's the doubt button? Let's get frickin'... Oh my god, what the hell's his name? The guy from LA
Cole
Noir.
Phelps.
How did you remember before I did? I've actually played the game.
Right. Yes? Anyway, Mr. Wright. Oh, okay. Please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I didn't say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Also, can I just point out that right now you're doing 4 voices to my 1, and you're doing a fucking bang-up job of it?
Thank you, man.
Alright. So... How important is it? Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I looked closely at every one of the photos that the security camera...
Oh no, that security camera takes. I guess that's its name.
Not security camera takes.
Do you back up all of the security camera data?
That would be helpful.
Well, they keep telling me to, yes.
That's not helpful.
But those computers are just so frustrating.
Okay, you gotta look for the little floppy disk in the corner. You know what a floppy disk is, right?
Come on, let's go with my floppy.
Okay, so throw out any... That seems... Well, okay. For one, shouldn't you not throw those up, but, like, put them in, like, a separate file or something? And two, who exactly are you to judge who's suspicious or not? I mean, I know that's your job, but... You don't just throw out any potential evidence. That's no. That's just a big old heaping pile of no. Exactly. Thank you, Phoenix. Let's go. Again, Nostradamus up in here. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
Seriously, I have to do this again. My gosh. He was wearing a mask so you couldn't see his fucking face! Anyway.
Give that guy a raise.
For the most part?
We hired that guy to be a heckler today.
Yeah. I'm paying him good money. He's doing his job. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
So, just because you chose that photo out of the two that were taken that day, you pretty much just could have gone eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ah, yes, this is the photo of the killer. I think she's missing the point. You think?
Yes!
She very much is. She's deliberately avoiding it like the plague. Okay, I remember throwing out one photo that day. And where is it now? Who was it of? Please just tell us!
Why did you throw it out?
Well, who in the fuck was in that photo you erased? I added the fuck.
You need to raise the game's age rating there, Sonny. A fanboy.
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Team Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me.
Don't phrase it like that.
I get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where.
Yeah, watch your fucking language.
They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Oh.
The music stopped.
Ooh. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I knew this was going to come into play. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Also, was that not a fantastic impression of you?
Well,
I was so hoping you would do an impression of, or like do an impression of Wright doing an impression of Oldbag for that quoted text.
Happy to
you
provide.
must know.
Wait, why does she?
If you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area.
Okay. Yeah, that. Well, she would need to know that if she's a security guard, I guess. But.
I mean, valid, but. Like,
But.
you shouldn't be defending people.
Just
entrance, because I feel like that's what this is leading to.
exactly like. If it's so easy to bypass the main gate, the mind boggles right now.
Is it that in the lower corner there?
Yeah, if it's like so easy to infiltrate the studios while bypassing all of the security, then you're a shit security guard. That's one of the many reasons why that's true. Holy God. Why am I getting so angry at this game right now?
Because Oldbag is a prick.
The gate has been loose for a while.
She's a prick and she's got some balls. Okay, so if it's been loose, then
She has
Fix
the whole,
it!
she has the whole bundle.
It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks.
So hold on, rewind. So
They look like Ninja Turtles.
They're always asking for pizza.
so rewind just for a second.
Yeah.
So yes, she would need to know about something like that for, you know, being a security guard, but in this position, I feel like she has enough authority to ask, hey, this drain coverage has been loose for so long, can we get someone to fix it?
Uh-huh. Or at least, you know, hire someone else to keep an eye on the grate until it gets fixed. Like, if you knew about this, then don't you think that's a problem that should be addressed, like, right then and there?
Uh-huh.
This alibi of yours sucks, dude.
Oh, and
And?
She rebuttals what we just said, I swear.
they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased,
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
what? Uh-huh.
Order!
That brings up a whole slew of other questions. Like, first of all, was that kid's parents when they were just, like, literally infiltrating a filming studio? Like, what the hell?
Let me get this gay.
Thank you.
You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
Have you tried?
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on?
Some bullshit, that's what.
I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. That's a word now.
This court will take a 5-minute recess.
Ooh, I called the slide.
Wait. Why is that boy already on the playground? Was he at the studio?
Ha ha ha.
I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Yeah, Maya.